Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM.
Win big this Christmas with a Digital Prime bundle. Over $20 million in prizes to be won. The more you chat, watch, share, and dance to your favorite digital apps, the more chances you have to win. Thousands of shake-to-win prizes, including laptops, tablets, smartphones, cash, data, and credit. Enter to win the grand prize of $5,000 US, a trip for two, or a Samsung Galaxy S21. We are all winners with guaranteed win days. Play along. Buy a Prime bundle in My Digital to stream and win today with Digital this Christmas.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good evening. Welcome to this evening's newscast in Kaieteur Radio. I'm Kevin Smith. Without further ado, let's get to the news in detail. Following its review of ExxonMobil's application to proceed with the $900 million gas to shore project, the EPA said it has determined that an environmental impact assessment is required. The regulator said it has also approved Environmental Resources Management to conduct the assessment, while noting that it has also given authorization for the terms of reference it once used. One of the terms notes that the company must examine the introduction of increased dangers such as fire, explosion, spills, chemical and other hazardous substances, and the surrounding environment, including coastal communities. ExxonMobil is also required to investigate possible effects of the project on the demographic and socio-economic and cultural profiles of the communities. Deputy Speaker Lennox Schumann said that the PPPC administration has no respect for indigenous peoples, and he called on government to return to the negotiation table to trash out the issue regarding the agreement signed for mining activities at Marudi Mountains. He said the PPP government did not facilitate meaningful dialogue with indigenous peoples on the Marudi Mountain gold mining agreements. On November 27th, cabinet members rushed into South Rupununi following staunch criticisms on social media, following the signing of an agreement between the Ministry of Natural Resources and the Canada-based gold company to prospect the land without prior consultations with residents. And moving on, a team attached to National Oil Spill Committee has launched a probe into the reports of oily substances found floating offshore Guyana. The investigation was launched hours after a video surfaced showing fisherfolk operating in an area identified as Guyana's exclusive economic zone, navigating what appears to be oil floating offshore. According to the reports, the fishermen spoke of sighting of oily film floating in different points of the zone. An official close to the investigation has since revealed that though there has not been confirmation on whether the oily substance is in fact the product of a spill, the committee is working assiduously to make a determination. In other news, as the cost for the Chedi Jagan International Airport expansion project continues to climb, more than $160 million has already been spent on the contract that started off at $150 million. Even though the Minister of Public Works, Juan Edgel, had promised that the total cost for the project will not exceed $200 million, that cannot be guaranteed now as the venture is currently a work in progress and the PPPC administration is still pumping money into it. The expansion was expected to be a $150 million venture, $138 million financed from the China Exim Bank and $12 million from the Consolidated Fund, taxpayers' money. The expansion is being undertaken by the Chinese contractor, China Harbor Engineering Company. And moving on, a nurse last week admitted to police that she had sold some 50 COVID-19 vaccination cards at a price of $65,000 each, and that 12 of her colleagues at the Ministry of Health had sold some 500 as well at the same price. She, along with another nurse, was nabbed by police last week during a separate sting operation selling the cards on the East Coast and East Bank Demerara. The first was caught in the East Coast Police District last week. She was arrested and taken to the Sparendam Police Station and had spent some 3 days in Betavawakting police lockups. Commander of East Coast Police District, Kali Parisram, said that she has since been released on bail and the case file has been sent to the DPP for legal advice. The second nurse was reportedly caught on Saturday last at a snacket on the east bank of Demerara. In other news, US-based Guyanese political activist and commentator Rickford Burke had threatened to sue Vice President Barrett Jagdeo for libel one day before a wanted bulletin was issued by the police for him. Burke expressed the view that his threat to sue Jagdeo may be the reason behind the move to issue a wanted bulletin for him. In a statement, Burke said that his lawyers have been instructed to sue Jagdeo for $100 million for libel. The bulletin was issued on December 3rd. Burke's lawyer, U.C. Anderson, had written to the VP the previous day outlining his intention to take legal action against him for libel. The pre-action protocol letter addressed to Jagdeo referenced his participation in an interview with Guyanese Critic on July 16th, which Anderson contends that Jagdeo names his client in a manner that specifically and expressed removed any doubt that he meant to direct the public's attention to anyone other than Rickford Burke. In the interview, the lawyer went on to say that Jagdeo, inter alia, stated Burke is, among other things, a racist. And to wrap things up this evening, let's tell you that Surinamis are up in arms against President Chan Santoki after he created an official seal for the office of the First Lady. First Lady Melissa Santoki now has her own seal. President Chan Santoki authorized this on October 10th. The president signed a resolution that has not been publicized, reports from the neighboring country stated. The seal of the First Lady, which has become a national symbol, even bears the name Melissa Santoki Sinacheri. It was said that it is necessary to create a seal for the institution of the First Lady, which according to the President's decision will contribute to the recognizability and accessibility of the institution, also helping to support the President in carrying out his constitutional duties. Surinamis, according to the reports, were not informed of this decision. The resolution, deciding to create a seal for the First Lady, was leaked via social media. Media reports suggest that this is at odds with the so-called transparency of the Santoki government. And with that, we've come to the end of this evening's newscast. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening. Coming up at 19 hours 20 is the Glenn Lal Show, Tell It As It Is.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.
Kaieteur Radio.
Covering Guyana from coast to coast.
Demerara and Essequibo 99.1 FM.
Berbice 99.5 FM. Kaieteur Radio.
Fellow Guyanese, after the newscast at 12 noon every day, I am dedicating some clips with extremely important information pertaining to Guyana's future. Please, I beg you, take some time and listen to them. It is for your interest and future generations. This is a message from Glenn Lal saying thanks for listening to the Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Namaste to all of you. Believe it, learn from it, or live with it.